guys, my name is Mary. I'm going to be doing the second half of August reading for you all. August 16th through the 31st reading for Pisces. How are you all today? I am doing great. Hope you guys are too. This is for your sun, moon, and rising signs. It's not going to resonate with everyone. If it doesn't resonate, you might want to try your other signs. I've already meditated on the cards, you all, before I start the video. And usually it takes me just a minute, but your cards are popping right out. I mean, right out. Let's see what we got. Four of Wands. Two of Swords. Temperance. Ten of Wands. The Fool card. And the Three of Cups. You're clarifying the Three of Wands, Three of Swords, and the Hangman. Three threes. Angel of Strength and Action. A year from now, communicate clearly. Something exciting is going to be in a year from now, huh? Maybe it's something you need to start on now. Give me just a minute, okay? Alright, you all. So when I get this Ten of Wands, I get this Two of Swords, I get this Three of Swords, and the Three of Wands, I'm almost feeling like there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of stress and anxiety, sadness, aggravation. Some people are panicking a little bit. And when I get this Ten of Wands, it makes me feel like you guys are just overloaded. You have too many things going on in your life. Whether this is at your job, whether this is at home, whether this is just you stressing out because you're taking on too many responsibilities for other people. Possibly all of the above. So when it comes down to this Ten of Wands and you're carrying this big load, and you have been for miles and miles and miles, which means days and days and weeks and months, you start getting exhausted. You start fizzling out a little bit. But I think that is coming to an end, especially because, I mean, this is the 10. This makes me feel like, okay, this is going to be behind you in just 2.8 seconds. You're going to start out in a different, on a different journey, on a different path, on a path that's really going to be good for you guys. And I feel like, okay, let me step back for a second. When I get this Three of Wands, you're waiting for your ships to come in. When I get that Three of Swords, like I said earlier, along with these other ones, I'm feeling like that, you know, there's a lot of sadness in our world right now. I mean, that's all there is to it and about it in many, many different ways. So I feel like that some of you all have lost something, whether it has been a person, which could, some of you guys it could have been, but it could also be a business, a job, schools. I mean, it can go in so many different directions right now. For heaven's sakes, there's just so much going on. So this makes me feel like you're sad and you feel a loss. If that's the case, I feel like that you're going to start getting better. You're going to start feeling better, and you're going to start motivating in a different way. That in itself, after a while, especially once you when you have sadness or when you feel loss, it kind of after a while kicks you, and you feel like, you know what, I'm going to do something about it. So that's how I'm feeling. It's like it's almost like a starter for some of you all that gets you ignited, and that in itself is going to make you feel like you're going to do something about it. You're going to take back over control. You're going to do something about the people that you love or your immediate family. And when I get this Two of Swords, it almost makes me feel like you're torn. Do I close my business? Do I get a new job? Do I move somewhere else and leave my family and friends behind? What should I do? So with this Two of Swords, that's similar to how I'm feeling today. Almost like you guys are in a pickle. You feel like you are anyway, and you just keep hesitating to make up your mind. But what I'd like for you guys to think about and to really consider is to think of what is good for you. What is good for your family? And even if it is that you're going to have to leave the location where you're at, or you're going to have to do something that is kind of torn, you're kind of torn about it, I just want you to realize that even if you, let's say, let me give you an example because I'm just stammering and I want you to understand what I'm saying. Let's say you live in your hometown, okay, and your parents may be elderly, but they're still fine, and you're like, I got this great job, or I need to move my kids to a different location, or whatever it is. Maybe it's because of schools, maybe it's because of what's going on, maybe it's just because you want to change. And you're kind of torn because you're like, well, I don't want to leave my parents here, even though I know they're healthy right now, but you know, I just want to make sure. So you're kind of torn, even though you know it's good for you. I just would like for you all, not that I'm saying to leave your parents or anything like that, please don't take that the wrong way, but I would like for you guys to either try to take your parents with you or realize that you can always come back if that's the case. Because for some reason I'm feeling it's a strong pull to get you guys into a different direction, onto a new path and onto a new journey. So even if you have to leave your family, your friends, you know, the people that you love behind, your co-workers, maybe you're switching jobs. I think this is going to be the best for you. I really do. And if you can, take your parents with you, you know. In my mind, I feel like your parents are able to take care of themselves. It's not like that you need to be there, but you still feel bad, right? Take them with you. Say, you know what? Let's all move to this new location or this new place. So when I get these beautiful cards, this Fool card saying that you guys are ready for a new journey, you're ready for something different, you're ready to open your eyes to different things and different environments, different jobs, different places, because then I get this Four of Wands, you all. And honest to goodness, this makes me feel like that you guys are going to start out with something and going to start building on it. So I get excited when I get the Four of Wands. It can mean in certain situations marriage and engagements and things like that. I look at it like there's a reason to celebrate, there's a reason to have a party. But it could be a lot of different things. It could be a new job. It could be a new home, a birth of a baby, or finding out you're pregnant. It could be you graduating or someone graduating. It could be all kinds of new businesses. Maybe it's a retirement party. either way it goes, whatever it is, it makes me feel like you guys are going to feel like you're more in charge. You're going to feel a lot better about certain things that's going on right now, because I think it's needed at this time. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. But I do see this year from now. So let's say you decide to move somewhere, and you're thinking about opening your own business or something to that extent. Maybe this year from now you're going to be able to do that. Maybe you're thinking about retiring. Maybe in a year from now you're going to be able to do that. There's something that's going on that maybe you need to start right at this moment. Maybe once you move, you'll be able to move your parents to you in a year from now. Something about this year from now makes me feel like this is a huge stepping stone one way or another. So it's going to be important to you, but you've got to start doing something now in order to see the light in a year from now. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're wanting to start an online business, for instance, you might need to start it now, and in a year from now you'll be able to work from home. So something like that is going on, and in a year from now it's gonna be a huge celebration and a huge joyous occasion, and it's going to start out right now. But this is the beginning of something huge for a lot of you guys, and in a year from now you're really going to see a difference. Hold on a second. Action. I mean, for heaven's sakes, it's telling you to take action. Don't hesitate. And even if this Two of Swords makes you feel like, your head over your heart kind of thing, you know it's something good for you, but you just feel bad, try to realize that you can change that later, especially if you're moving somewhere else and you want to bring other people with you. Maybe that's where this is coming in. A year from now, you'll be able to do that. I know I said that, but it makes me feel like that's important for me to say, especially if you're torn. Maybe you have adult children and you don't want to leave your adult children and your grandkids and things like that. Maybe in a year from now they'll move to you after you get settled in and they come to see you. Then they're like, you know what, we like this area too. And the next thing you know, everybody's moving to your new location. Just a thought. I mean, these are just examples, of course. It's not going to be for everyone, but I just want to explain what I'm talking about, because I feel like that there's something important that you guys need to start right now in order to get to the end goal in a year from now. Because you're celebrating. But you're celebrating sooner than a year from now. There's something that's going to happen, a huge stepping stone in your life that's coming through right now. But in a year from now, it's going to be another huge stepping stone. I hope that makes sense. And now's the time to take action. Communicate clearly. It almost makes me feel like, I'm not sure if it means that you're going to have to stand up for yourself and voice your opinion, or if this means people aren't understanding you. Maybe you're just not speaking up right at this moment. I get this Temperance card here too. When I get the Temperance, it makes you feel like that, two ingredients or two things have got to be, are poured in together to make the perfect mixture. In my mind, when I'm telling you all of this stuff too, it makes me feel like, just like what I was saying earlier, maybe it's a new location, maybe it's a new apartment, maybe it's a new job, a new business, maybe it's you guys selling your business and going somewhere else. I mean, maybe it's just two different things in your life that when you get them together, whether it be a new place to live and a new job or something like that, when you get them together, it makes sense and it comes together, and it will give you something with that. Hold on a second. Let me figure out how I'm trying to word this. Peace, harmony, magic. Angel of Strength. You guys might think that you're not strong enough to handle certain situations going on right now, but you are. Get a little extra help, especially if you ask. If you guys are finding yourself stuck in a predicament, like this Hangman says, being sad about something that's happened in the past, realizing that you need to do something about it, and wearing yourself plumb out, whether you're physically worn out or mentally worn out, you know that there needs to be a change. And that change could be something small or something huge. I mean, it could be something small, like you're changing your mind about something. Maybe you're sending your kids to a different school or something like that, but it could also be something huge, like moving somewhere different, opening your own business, changing careers, going back to school, things like that. Either way it goes, I feel like that there is something that you guys are desiring, needing, wanting, and praying for at this time. And I think that a lot of you guys are about to do something about it. You're possibly about ready to take a risk that you never really thought that you would take. And I think that this may be important for your happiness in the future. And I think that this is the first stepping stone, so that in a year from now, and honest to goodness, you all, a year is not that long away. I know for some reason it sounds like a long time away. It ain't. You guys know it ain't. It'll be here just like that. But in a year from now, you'll be able to move up to the next stepping stone. So if there is something that you're considering or thinking about or needing or wanting right now, might be the time to start aiming for it. Start making stuff happen, okay? Hold on a second, I'm going to rearrange. Some of you guys with this Temperance, you know, it can stand for creativity too. Some of you all may be making something, building something. And maybe that's where the year from now comes in. Project. You know, I could flip-flop these, and I guess I will. I love this Four of Wands. It gets me excited, like something new is about to happen for most of you all. Whether it's something small or something huge. Here's the thing, you all. You're worn out. You've had a lot of grief and a lot of aggravation lately. You might be physically worn out, but you're also mentally worn out. A lot of things have been going on. I mean, for heaven's sakes, we see it, we know it, we hear about it. It makes you sad. It makes you, so some of you all could have lost a business maybe, or not being able to reopen. Different things are going on right now. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you're wanting to move somewhere completely different, and you're torn between what do I do? What should I do? I think you already know what you need to do. And I gave you a little example earlier. If you're torn because you're leaving your parents, for instance, I would think go ahead and move. Now, this is just my opinion. You guys can do what you want. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But if this is what you're wanting to do, go ahead and move and try to bring your parents back down to you within the year from now, okay? Just a thought, because that's really strong in my mind for some reason. I get this Temperance that makes me feel like you need to add these two specific ingredients to make a perfect soup. Okay, so when you do this, whether it be the location and a new job, whether it be a business and the right person for it, it can go in a lot of different ways. Maybe you're thinking about the school and the teacher and, you know, whatever it is. I feel like you guys are going to specifically focus on certain things that are very important to you. And in that, you're going to be taking a new journey, taking a big risk possibly, but it's going to turn out beautifully for you, your family. I think it's now time to take action. You've got this angel of strength that has your back, that's helping you push through whatever you need. Make sure you ask your angels for help, support, guidance, whatever you need right at this time. And also communicate clearly. So I'm not quite sure if this is you guys actually speaking up for the first time or if you need to put your foot down, but there's something about this communicate clearly. You may need to interview people or something to that extent, or let someone know exactly what you need or exactly what you're looking for. So make sure that you stand up for what you're wanting at this time, especially if a realtor's looking for an apartment for you or a home for you. Let them know exactly what you're wanting and where you're wanting it and all that stuff. With this Four of Wands, I honestly see some kind of huge stepping stone, life change, I guess is really what I'm wanting to say, because it's almost like a concrete foundation and you guys are going to start building on it. Whether this foundation is a new job, a new business, a new home, a baby, engagement, graduations, retirement, it can go on, right? But there's something about this that gets me really excited and makes me feel like you guys are changing something that's going to be really good for you, or something's coming in that's going to be really good for you, because I do feel like you guys are going to be celebrating, and I feel like in a year from now the next stepping stone will come in. Some of you all may be going back to school and getting your degree in a year from now. That kind of thing too could be happening, or starting some kind of home business, and in a year from now it takes off. Whatever it is, something about a year from now is very, very important. So you need to start something now in order to get there in a year from now. Okay? It's very important. This is a great reading, Pisces. I hope you guys have enjoyed it today. This is your second half of August reading, August 16th through the 31st reading for Pisces. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you guys come back and see me. Take care, you guys. I'll see you soon.